Now let us see the same project. Now in Studio, let me create a new Studio project. I will name the application as passing data between activities. Click next. Click next. Select empty activity and click finish. Now by default Studio has given one activity. Now let me create second activity also. I will go to package, right click, new activity, select empty activity, give second activity name as second no space activity. Make sure that this is Java file name, should start with capital letters, no space in between words. Just select generate layout file because for second activity you need one XML file. Don't select launcher activity. Click finish. Now first let me design first activity XML. As usual, I will take linear layout with orientation vertical. I will remove this text view. I have taken one edit text with ID edit text 1. Mostly the IDs will be starting with small letter and from second word onwards they will start with capital letter. And I have taken button also. With this first activity screen design is over. Now I will go to second activity XML. As usual, I have taken linear layout with orientation vertical. Then I will take one text view with ID r.id. text view 1. Currently I am displaying city is ... Once we execute this application, in place of this we will put the real city name. Now I will go to main activity Java file. I will follow 3-step approach. First I have declared all variables. Then I have initialized all variables. Now I will write button click listener to send data to second activity. b.set on click listener, new space on click listener. Within on click listener, first I will prepare intent. First parameter main activity dot this, second parameter second activity dot class. Because we have to start second activity, then say start activity, pass intent object. Now in between this I will read edit text value string city equal to et.getText.toString. Now I will use intent dot put extra. You can select any of these options. Let me select the first option. As I told you, first parameter is variable name city, second parameter is value, again city, semicolon. That's it. Be careful, whenever you are passing data, first you have to prepare intent, then you have to use put extra to pass the data, then only you have to use start activity method. Don't jumble these statements. Now let me go to second activity Java file to write the code. Again here also I will follow 3-step process. First declare text view variable which belongs to second activity XML. Then initialize the variable using a find view by id method. Then write the logic. The logic is once first activity sends the data, in the second activity you have to receive. What are the steps you have to follow for receiving the data? First you have to open the intent. You have to follow this 4-step process. Open intent, open bundle, read the value and set that value to text view. Again these 4 steps you have to follow in the same order. As I told you, get extras is plural method. And then b.getString, you have to supply the key, that is city. Here you have to be careful at this line. Remember, the sending key should match with the receiving key. It is case sensitive. In case if you use capital letter city here, even while receiving also you should use capital letter city. If keys are not matching, your program will not crash, but this getString method will return null. Now tv.setText city. Now let me run the application. With this our program is over. Now let me run the application. Now Genymotion has started. Now I will run the application. Now it has launched application. Let me type a city name as Bangalore. Click send. That Bangalore has come here. Go back. Give a different city. Sydney. Send. Sydney came here. Now let me try to give a different key here. We are using a small letter city. While receiving, I have seen these type of mistakes many times using capital letter C, unintentionally or by mistake. Now with this, let me run the application one more time to see the output. First I will close that application by pressing back button, then run the application. Now let me enter Delhi, send. Observe, nothing is printed. Mostly students will come to me with such kind of problem. They will ask me, I have written the code correctly, but it is not working properly. In that case, I would strongly recommend to use a debugging technique, that is by using a breakpoint technique. Let me show you. To analyze such kind of problem, I will put 2 breakpoints, one in main activity, that is in button click listener, because this is a place from where we are sending the data. I will use mouse. I will click here to enable breakpoint. Now I will also go to second activity. The place where you are receiving the data, I will place one breakpoint there also. That is, while opening intent itself, I will use breakpoint. Now with these 2 breakpoints, now I will debug the application. How will you debug the application? First close existing application. Come to Studio. Click on this insect symbol. Restart the application. For debugging, select Genymotion. Initially when you launch application, it will show a small pop-up window saying wait for debug. Don't click force close. You have to wait for this screen to open. Now I will type Bangalore. Click send. Once I click send, this breakpoint will be triggered. Observe. Now first we have to cross check whether we are sending correct data or not. Then we will check whether we are receiving correctly or not. How to go to next step? Currently our Android system is at line number 22. To execute this line, press F8. Then again press F8. See city. City is Bangalore. That means we are sending correctly only. Now, since there are no more lines to execute, how to jump to next breakpoint? We know that when you start activity, definitely second activity will be triggered and it will definitely go to first lifecycle method, that is onCreate. So next breakpoint is available here. How to jump from this breakpoint to next breakpoint? In place of F8, press F9. Once I click F9, it is going to second activity. Now let me press F8. Now it has opened intent, which is coming from main activity. You can observe, move cursor to intent, click here. That intent contains some extras. As I told you, internally it is bundle. Now again press F8. Now we have opened bundle. Now let us try to fetch city. Now observe what is city. City is null, because it is clearly saying bundle B contains the key city small letter, but you are trying to access with the capital letter. So when you print null on text view, nothing will be printed. Null means nothing. So I hope you understood how to debug the application in case if you face any problem. So with this, we have analyzed the problem, and now I will fix the problem by using small letter city. Now I can press F9 because there are no more lines to execute. When you press F9, automatically it will run the application. If next breakpoint is available, control will go to next breakpoint, or else your application will run completely, which will print null here. That's why you are not seeing anything here. I want to make one more important point here. Using a put extra, with one put extra, you can pass only one key value pair. This is key and this is value. In Java terminology, this is called as map. Internally, intent will use map to carry the data from one activity to other activity. If you don't know what is a map, I would strongly recommend you to go back to Java concepts and go through collection framework map concept. Otherwise you can simply remember put extra is something like a key value pair. With one put extra you can insert only one key mapped with only one value. Now you may get one doubt here. Can I pass multiple values to another activity? Of course it is possible. Let me show you. Let us say in the activity XML I will take one more edit text with ID 2 where I will ask user to enter country name. Now I will go to main activity. I will declare one more edit text variable and I will initialize edit text variable. Now I will read country here, et2 dot get text dot toString. Now I can use one more put extra saying country comma value is country. Now in terms of pictorial representation, one put extra will add one row. If you say one more put extra within this bundle, it will add one more row here saying country equal to, let us say user has entered India. India will be stored as a string. Same thing will be passed to second activity and you can fetch here string country equal to b dot get string of country. Let me show you. Again, while receiving you should use same key, that is country. This variable name can be anything but key should match. Key means whatever you are giving in the double quotation. And let me print here city space country. In the same text view I am printing both city and country. Like this you can pass n number of values from the sending side and you can receive n number of values at receiving side. In case if it is string, country is string, we have to receive by using get string method. If it is integer, country code is integer. In that case you have to say get int. Now I will run the application, restart the application, click OK. Let us wait for the output. Here the person whoever is receiving the data, he should remember two important points. To receive any type of data, two things are important: the key name, exact key name, and the data type. Because based on the data type only you will understand whether to use get string or get int. Similarly we will read into corresponding data type variable. Only these two things are important. That means if you want to receive any type of data, first you have to consult the person who is sending the data. You should ask him what is the key and what is the data type. Without these two things you cannot receive data from other activities. Now I will enter some city name, Sydney, Australia, country, send, Sydney space Australia. So I hope you understood how to pass multiple values to another activity.